Minsu and her parents, as well as Sonjin's family, waited anxiously at the hospital to hear whether Sonjin's surgery had been successful. Yuna arrived shortly after and went straight to Minsu, checking if she was okay and noting how traumatizing it must have been for her to find out that Kim had actually been aiming for her. Minsu smiled, assuring her that she was managing and taking things one day at a time. Standing up from her seat, she mentioned that she was going to get snacks for everyone from the hospital cafe. Yuna offered to accompany her, and they walked there together. As they waited for their order at the cafe, Minsu noticed that Yuna seemed visibly upset and asked how she was coping, acknowledging that the entire situation must have been equally traumatizing for her. Yuna admitted that she was not okay, and recalled the moment Woobin was lying on the floor covered in blood. She expressed her regret over not being able to comfort him because of her fear. Now she felt immense guilt for not having been there for him or telling him how much she loved him. Minsu held her hands, empathizing with her feelings and gently reminding her that the worst was over. She encouraged her to have hope and to be there for Woobin when he woke up to finally express her feelings. Yuna agreed and reflected on how she had wasted time playing silly games with Woobin when he was still well. She vowed that when he opened his eyes, she wanted to be the first person he saw and promised never to let him go, even if it meant staying by his side forcefully. The two women laughed lightly together. Just then, the waiter arrived with their coffee. When Minsu tried to drink hers, she suddenly felt nauseous. Concerned, Yuna asked if she was okay. Minsu replied that she was fine, and blamed the reaction on the smell of caffeine. Yuna looked at her curiously, noting that Minsu had been drinking coffee all this time. Slowly, realization dawned on her that Minsu might be pregnant. She moved closer with excitement and asked if it was true. Minsu nodded in confirmation. Yuna congratulated her excitedly and remarked that Sonjin must have been over the moon to hear the news. Minsu revealed that she had not told him yet, explaining that she wanted to wait until Woobin recovered before sharing the news, as Sonjin already had too much to deal with. Yuna agreed to keep the secret and wished the baby would be a girl, sharing how she had always wanted a baby sister. She joked that if the baby was a girl, she would definitely steal her from them. Minsu smiled and said she was welcome to take the baby any time. As they chatted, a girl whom Sonjin had once set up with Woobin for a blind date spotted them and approached. She greeted them and asked Yuna if she remembered her. Yuna nodded and recognized her from the dance studio, surprised to learn that she worked at the hospital. The girl explained that she was currently doing her medical training. She shifted the conversation to express her shock over Woobin's situation, mentioning that she had just been with him a few days before and how unpredictable life was. She asked about his condition. Yuna told her they were hopeful as he was about to undergo surgery. The girl expressed her well wishes and promised to check on him now that she knew he was in the hospital. Yuna thanked her for her concern, and the girl walked away. Watching her leave, Yuna turned to Minsu and asked if she thought the girl was Woobin's type. Minsu laughed and shared that she didn't believe in types, saying that if someone had the qualities one was looking for, then that person was right for them, just like she had found Sonjin. Yuna agreed. Their order arrived, and they walked back together. Several hours later, the doctor appeared. Sonjin's father immediately stood up and asked how the surgery had gone and whether Sonjin was okay. The doctor smiled and reassured everyone that the surgery had been successful and that Sonjin was now conscious. He explained that only one visitor was allowed at a time. Sonjin's mother suggested Minsu go in first since she was his wife, and everyone agreed.